Let's be honest, your bank is probably getting away with highway robbery. You think your savings account is doing its job, but I can almost guarantee it's secretly costing you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars a year. Look at this. Your big traditional bank, the one with the fancy marble columns, is likely paying you around 0.39% on your savings. Some of the biggest names in banking pay even less, closer to a laughable 0.01%. On a $10,000 emergency fund, that's one single dollar in interest after a whole year. Now look at this. The Wealthfront Cash Account is currently offering a 3.25% APY. On that same $10,000, that's $325. But here's the part most people don't understand. That 3.25% isn't the real headline. The real secret is how Wealthfront can insure millions and why your bank can't compete. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to unmask the secrets of Wealthfront's high-yield cash account, showing you exactly how it's designed to make you richer, while your bank desperately hopes you never find out. So why is this happening? Big banks have enormous overhead, and they're banking on inertia, betting you're too busy to move your money. But in a world of persistent inflation, your savings are actively losing purchasing power every single day. Your bank profits from inertia, Wealthfront profits by competing, so your cash earns more. This is where the solution comes in, the Wealthfront Cash Account. As of late 2025, it's offering an annual percentage yield, or APY, of 3.25%. That is roughly 8 times the national average. Now, the first thing you need to know is that Wealthfront is not a bank. It's a fintech company. And I know what you're probably thinking. If it's not a bank, is my money safe? And yes, there are downsides too, like no physical branches and you can't deposit cash. We'll cover those because this isn't for everyone. The answer on safety is yes, and in many ways, it's even safer. When you deposit money, Wealthfront sweeps it into a network of multiple partner banks, and every single one is FDIC insured. We're going to get into just how much in a minute. Now let's get into the secrets your bank doesn't want you to know. Secret number 1. The high APY machine. The most obvious secret is that high APY, 3.25%. This isn't some temporary teaser rate. It's the standard rate for everyone with no minimum balance required. Let's break down what that difference really means. Imagine you have a $20,000 emergency fund. In a traditional savings account earning 0.39%, you'd make about $78 in a year. In the Wealthfront Cash Account at 3.25%, you'd earn $650. Now let's scale it up. Say you have $250,000 in cash after selling a house. At 0.39%, you'd earn $975. At 3.25% with Wealthfront, you'd earn a staggering $8,125. That is over $7,000 more. And that's before compounding does its thing. The interest compounds daily and pays out monthly, so your interest starts earning its own interest. Of course, this rate is variable and follows the federal funds rate, but Wealthfront has a history of keeping its rate incredibly competitive. Now the next feature is the one that sounds fake until you understand the sweep network. Secret number 2, Fort Knox level security. That's actually better. This might be the biggest secret of all. We all know FDIC insured means your money is safe up to $250,000 at any single bank. But what if you have more than that? In a traditional bank, you'd have to open and manage accounts at multiple different banks. It's a logistical nightmare. Now this is where it gets wild. By spreading your cash across up to 32 different FDIC insured banks, Wealthfront offers up to $8 million in FDIC insurance for an individual account and $16 million for a joint account. That is 32 times the standard protection you get at a regular bank. This transforms the account from just a great place to earn interest into one of the most secure places in the country to hold a lot of cash. Quick question, what's your emergency fund target? $5K, $10,000, or $20,000? Drop it below. Okay, now the part that replaces checking and savings at once. Secret number 3, the all-in-one money hub. Your bank has trained you to think in silos. A checking account for spending that earns 0, and a savings account for saving that earns next to nothing. The cash account is a hybrid where all of your cash earns that high interest rate all the time. Here's what that actually means. Debit card and ATMs. You get a debit card and fee-free access to over 19,000 ATMs. Full checking features. You get routing and account numbers for direct deposit and bill pay. You can even send paper checks for free. Free fast transfers. Sending money out, receiving a wire, or sending a wire is completely free. Big banks often charge $25 or more for that. Here's the one thing to remember. This seamless setup means you don't have to sacrifice earnings for access. Your entire financial life can run from a single account where every dollar is constantly working for you. This is where Wealthfront stops being an account and becomes a system. A high interest rate is great, but real wealth requires a strategy. Wealthfront acts like an automated financial co-pilot. The standout feature is cash categories. Inside your account, you can create separate buckets for different goals like emergency fund or new car, and set up recurring transfers to automatically fund them. Even better is the integration with Wealthfront's investment platform. You can set rules to automatically sweep any extra cash into your investment portfolio. For example, tell it to always keep $20,000 in cash, and anytime your balance goes above that, the extra is automatically invested. It's the ultimate set it and forget it strategy. This last secret is the most infuriating one compared to traditional banks: the total lack of fees. Wealthfront's policy is simple. There are no monthly maintenance fees, no minimum balance fees, no overdraft fees, and no fees for unlimited transfers or wires. Their business model is different. Their success is tied to your success, not to catching you with a hidden fee. All right, no product is perfect, so let's talk about the catches. But before you decide, there are a few trade-offs you should know. First, the high APY is variable. It's been consistently high, but it can and will change with the economy. Second, there are no physical branches. If you love talking to a teller face-to-face, this isn't the account for you. Third, and this is a big one for some, you can't deposit physical cash. If you work a job where you get paid in tips, you'll need a separate bank to deposit the cash and then transfer it over. Finally, customer service is handled through the app and over the phone, not by a teller you know by name. So, who is the Wealthfront Cash Account really for? It's perfect for anyone comfortable with online banking who wants to maximize passive income on their cash. It's a game changer for someone with a large cash balance over the standard $250,000 limit who needs that extra FDIC insurance. It's probably not the best fit for someone who deals heavily in cash, needs frequent in-person bank services, or just really prefers a traditional banking relationship. So there you have it, the high-yield APY, the $8 million in FDIC insurance, the all-in-one convenience, and the freedom of a fee-free world. You work hard for your money. It's time to stop letting your bank treat your savings as its own personal, low-cost loan. If you're thinking about switching, the simplest move is to start by moving just your emergency fund first.